Next are the photographs from Barra Dental. If you remember, in part 4 of this video series, I was on Mill Street taking video of the abandoned mill, and some people were standing across the river, and they sounded very angry, and they seemed to be yelling stuff across the river at me. Then in part 5, I went up to Main Street to see what buildings were across the river, and I found this huge mansion type building with the sign that said Barra Dental. On the left part of the building, there were some personal items left on the front porch, including chairs, a bicycle, and a grill. So I do not know if this is also some type of apartment building. I looked it up on the internet, but the only thing I could find was that this building was now Barra Dental. There was no mention of any apartment house or any joint enterprise connected to the Barra Dental office. It was stated on the internet that this building used to be called the Dutton House. Okay, last, these are photographs from a youth recreation center called Project Genesis. I believe these two people are the directors there. It states that the blonde-haired woman is named Chelsea, but I could not find the name of this guy. So I guess that this is some sort of after-school program for the youth of Hillsborough, and they do not state the age range. So next are a series of photographs of some of the kids that go there. On their Facebook page, Project Genesis writes, Project Genesis is a safe and professionally supervised environment that supports individual and group success by fostering healthy peer relationships and interactions. The center aims to be a productive place where youth can form friendships, complete homework, explore personal interests and hobbies through classes and group possibilities, all while working with staff and peers to navigate the social and emotional challenges of adolescent life. Next, they had a video where the Project Genesis class went around in a circle, each choosing a word to describe themselves.
Right now we are at PG, and we're about to send this phone around to each and every kid here, and they are going to say one word of how
they feel about themselves.
About the what?
About themselves, a descriptive word.
Exactly. So, Devon's going to start it off because it is her phone. Go, Dev.
All right, I choose honest.
And I choose loving.
And I chose artistic.
I chose funny. I chose athletic.
I chose fantastic.
I chose intriguing.
I'm just weird.
Gamer.
I chose crazy.
I chose hands-on.
I chose smart.
I chose funny.
Well, I chose energetic.
And I chose in love.
Oh my god. Alright, love you guys.
After that are a dozen photographs of Project Genesis celebrating Halloween. Then there are several photographs of therapy dogs. I guess that therapy dogs were brought to Project Genesis one day, and the staff at Project Genesis put that on their Facebook page, along with photographs that were taken of the therapy dogs at a conference involving the police in Concord. So Project Genesis had part of a news broadcast where a police spokesperson interviewed stated that people were a lot more likely to talk to the police when the therapy dogs were present, that the therapy dogs relaxed people who would be more prone to open up to the police. So what you'll notice is that there are a few photographs of the police there at Project Genesis with the therapy dogs. So I guess they're testing that out. Then there are several photographs at what Project Genesis calls a community tree burning. I have never heard of this practice before, but apparently in Hillsborough, they advertise that after Christmas, everybody should bring their Christmas trees to a certain location where all the townspeople will then show up so they could then light their Christmas trees on fire. So again, I don't know how popular this practice is. I have never heard of this before. So they burn the Christmas trees along with wooden pallets. I cannot tell for sure, but it looks like members of the fire department were there. So I guess the fire department will be needed at tree burnings like this so that the fires do not get out of control. So in towns like Hillsborough, where there are community tree burnings, I guess a large fire department is needed to always be on call for this sort of thing. So from what I know about chopping wood for my wood burning stove is that you do not ever want to put pine wood in your stove or in your fireplace, because what pine wood does is that it produces a lot of sparks. There is a lot of sap in the pine wood, and if you get a piece in your fireplace, you'll notice that it begins to shoot off sparks. And so you will see all these little pieces of wood shooting off as though it's like a mini firework. So usually people avoid burning pine wood for that reason. However, I guess that they are going out of their way to do this with the Christmas trees. I guess for the firework type of effect. Following that are several photographs of Hillsborough town meetings and events. I found most of these photographs on the Town of Hillsborough's Facebook page. Last are photographs from St. Mary's and St. Teresa's Parish from Hillsborough and Henniker, New Hampshire. So this is the local Roman Catholic Church. The priest's name is Father Marcel Martel. And there are a few group photographs of the congregation.